60 Minutes Rewind.
It's been 6.5 years since basketball legend Earvin "Magic" Johnson stunned the world with the announcement that he had tested positive for HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. And because he got the virus through heterosexual sex, it changed the way people thought about AIDS, that it wasn't just a gay disease. Today, Magic Johnson is again changing people's attitudes about living with AIDS. He's not just living with it, he's flourishing. This is the way Magic Johnson starts every day, with a 2-hour workout that puts any fitness freak to shame. Your body's actually changed.
Yeah, I've gotten bigger.
You've gotten bigger. How?
Because I'm addicted to working out. I run that medicine out of me.
He's had to take all kinds of medicine ever since the day in 1991 that he told the world he had HIV.
I plan on going on living for a long time.
He may have believed those brave words, but at the time, hardly anyone else did. Back then, HIV inevitably led to AIDS and death.
It was really scary. It's like, your worst nightmare.
Cookie Johnson had married Magic just a couple of months before. You were pregnant?
Oh, yeah, the world stopped.
And at that point, you didn't know whether you had it or not.
Nope.
You didn't know whether the baby had it or not.
And I had just, the day we found out about him, I think it was a week to that day that I found out I was pregnant.
I told her she could leave if she wanted to, because I would understand that.
You told her she could leave you?
Yeah. And then when she decided to stay, she smacked me. Pow! And said, look, I love you and I'm gonna be with you and I'm gonna fight this with you.
So I didn't really hit him. It's just a little tap. A little up tap, just to bring him back to reality. And I just told him, you know what, we can beat this thing. 6
years later, Cookie Johnson thinks that's exactly what they've done. She's HIV negative, and so is their baby. Earvin Johnson III, or EJ, is now 5 years old. Their daughter, Elisa, was adopted 3 years ago. And Magic Johnson is one of thousands of Americans staying healthy using the now famous cocktail that includes drugs called protease inhibitors.
The medicine has been unbelievable. The doctors and scientists are doing a marvelous job. I've been good. I'm all right. I know I'm gonna be fine.
You don't have a sense that you have it. You can't feel anything.
No. And
doctors can't find anything. The medicine is working so well that in Magic's most recent blood samples, the amount of HIV virus is so small that it doesn't even show up in the lab tests. And Magic believes that all of his intense exercise is helping keep HIV at bay. Go! Besides his morning workout, most days he rents huge Pauley Pavilion at UCLA and gathers a group of former college and NBA players for 2 hours of pickup basketball. This is much more than you used to do.
Yeah, I love it. Keeps me in better shape, too.
Keeps you in better shape, but up here, you're able to tell yourself that you're healthy.
Oh, yeah, because if I can't run, make those passes, direct the traffic, then I know I'm slipping and maybe I'm not healthy.
There's one more reason Magic is out there directing traffic night after night. You're not going to let these other guys win.
No, we just beat them. We're going to beat them some more.
That's you.
And then when the pros come home in the summer, we'll beat them.
That's the Magic everyone knows. The smile. The gentle way with fans.
You all right now?
But when we asked his old coach, Pat Riley, to tell us something most people don't realize about Magic, he said simply, he's a killer. I keep hearing that you've got this sort of uncontrollable competitive streak.
Uncontrollable, huh?
It really isn't just basketball. It's every single thing you do. Is this true?
Very true. I love to win. I just take no prisoners. I go after the juggler. I go to win, whether I'm playing against my kids, my wife.
Your kids? You wouldn't
matter.
Let your son...
No.
It could be the simplest little game like Monopoly, and he would really get into it and have to win. And then sometimes he even will change the rules on you. But that's our secret.
Magic Johnson's killer instinct led the Lakers to 5 championships and helped produce the renaissance of the NBA. At 38, he knows he's over the hill,
But watching his old adversary, Michael Jordan, still playing clearly gives him a twinge.
It makes me feel so good to see him out there, still the king. Because I tell these young guys, you can't beat us because you can't beat us here. We love to play, not for the money. We love to play. We love to compete. See, most of these guys, they'd rather have a shoe commercial on TV than win a championship.
I'm watching your face. I swear, when you were just telling me about the game, I looked at you and I said, the man is aching to play basketball.
Well, I'm not aching to play. I just love it.
How much do you miss it?
Well, you're always going to miss it. Not the games, you miss the competition.
He misses it. And so he has built a life full of new contests and hard work, which he learned from his dad.
I've always wanted to be like my dad.
Earvin Johnson Sr. worked nights on the GM assembly line in Lansing, Michigan, and days on the back of the rubbish truck he owned.
When you talk about supporting 10 kids and going to work every single day, working 2 jobs, to see him do that for my lifetime, that's why I'm a worker today. That's why I know nothing else but work, because of my dad.
Magic worked to make a bundle from basketball and endorsements, which he has now parlayed into a business empire and a personal fortune estimated at $100 million. His latest project is to bring upscale stores and services to the inner city.
Don't give us a third-rate store. And that's usually what's been happening in our neighborhoods. And we don't want that. We want the same thing that everybody else has an opportunity to buy. Give us that same opportunity. And we will show you that we will support it and we will take care of it.
He's proved that with this, a 15-screen multiplex called Magic Theaters right in the middle of South Central LA, which he built 3 years ago in partnership with Sony.
Minorities used to or still are the #1 moviegoers of any group of people, but they don't have any in their neighborhoods. We have to go 20, 30 minutes.
Now, when you say it, it sounds so logical, but no one else wanted to do it.
No. So I talked to Sony, which has been a great partner. They shared my vision. And
wait, yeah, you had to drive them around the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah,
They didn't just, you had to sell it, didn't you?
Oh, no question about it. I mean, how many of them had really been to a community like South Central LA? Probably none of them. That theater has been there like 3 or 4 years, hasn't been touched. Still looks beautiful as it was when they first built it. It grosses some great numbers.
It's one of the highest revenue producers of any movie complex in the country.
That's right, that's right. And so we've changed Hollywood, I think, a little bit, and their mindset.
So much that he and Sony have new theaters open in Houston and Atlanta, and plans to build others in inner cities all over the country.
Thank you for this wonderful theater.
Thank you.
And now other companies are clamoring to be his partner to do the same thing, with Friday's restaurants and Starbucks coffee shops. Magic says he's showing that black customers are eager to support businesses owned by blacks and staffed by blacks, like these employees at the new theater in Houston.
Never thought you could do it in your own neighborhood, huh?
And if creating literally hundreds of new inner-city jobs isn't hard enough.
And you're going to do that every night?
Beginning this summer, he'll host a syndicated late-night talk show called The Magic Hour.
Hi, how you doing? All right.
At a TV programmers convention, he was shaking every hand and selling the show to every station executive he could reach.
How are you? Nice to meet you. John, how you doing today? You having a good time? Enjoy yourself, okay?
And he's taking speech and interviewing classes to get ready.
Is there any more intense contest than that late night slot? You've got Leno, you've got Letterman. This is really a tough arena that you're getting into.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Because it's a tough arena.
There's no tougher arena than fighting HIV, and Magic's success in that gives new hope to all Americans with the virus. Thanks to the drug cocktail, in the last 2 years, U.S. AIDS deaths have been cut by nearly 70%.
He and patients like him are at the forefront of AIDS research.
Dr. David Ho is an AIDS researcher who helped pioneer the cocktail. He's also helped treat Magic from the beginning.
You know, it used to be that the picture of AIDS was a person wasting away. And now we have Magic Johnson, healthy, vigorous, working. This is the new face of AIDS.
Well, it's symbolic for the situation for many people. HIV has been controlled through combination therapy, and instead of a death sentence, it's now a manageable disease. And
It's a life sentence, sort of.
Sort of, and this is a turning point in AIDS.
The story will continue after this.
But Cookie Johnson credits Magic's turning point to something other than medicine. She caused a stir with an interview in Ebony magazine last year, claiming a healing miracle from God.
Do you really think he's cured?
Yes, in my heart, I believe he is cured because I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe that, you know, he does answer prayer and he can make miracles happen.
David Ho doesn't like to hear anyone talk about a cure for AIDS, miraculous or medical.
Are you afraid that if the message got out that there was a cure, that people would become complacent, maybe feel that unsafe sex was safe again, that kind of thing?
Well, we're already in that situation. I think there's been a great deal of complacency just because of the progress that's been made in treatment.
David Ho worries that some patients might even stop taking their medicine, and he has a concrete example to bear out that fear: Magic Johnson.
I think previously he had not followed his medications as religiously as he should have, and we've seen the virus pop up.
You mean he'd stop
Well, this is some time ago.
in the last year?
Well, about a year ago, yeah.
He believed himself that he was cured, so he gave himself a little test. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know whether that was the case or simply the fact that he did not keep up with the drug-taking regimen.
Magic insists he wasn't running a test, just missed a few doses. But if he had wondered, he had his answer. The virus was still there, somewhere, chasing him.
Are you cured?
I'm healed.
There's a difference.
That's the difference. See, cure means that
It's gone forever.
It's gone forever. And I'm not going to sit here and say that because I would be misleading a lot of people.
You can't go off the medicine.
No.
Ever.
No, I won't go off of it, you know. I think, like I said, between that and God, I got the two highest powers. The one highest power, and that's God. And then the medicine, the way it's reacting, is doing wonderful. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Do you ever get down?
No, I'm not a down person.
You don't get depressed?
No. Oh, no, I don't know what that word is. Only about losing.